You open your laptop. You stare at the screen for a few seconds. Then you close it. You tell yourself, okay, in 5 minutes. 5 minutes becomes an hour. The hour becomes the whole day. And at the end of it, you're lying there, exhausted, having done almost nothing. And the thought that follows is always the same. What is wrong with me? You've said that to yourself so many times it doesn't even feel like a question anymore. It just feels true. Like a fact about who you are. You're lazy. You're weak. Everyone else seems to function just fine. They wake up, they do things, they move through life. And you're here, stuck, watching yourself not do the things you actually want to do. But here's what no one told you. What you're calling laziness, that heaviness, that shutdown, that wall you keep hitting, it's not a character flaw. It's not a moral failure. It's a physiological response. And it has a name. Your nervous system is stuck in survival mode. And today, we're going to talk about what that actually means, why it happens, and what it does to your daily life in ways you've probably never connected before. Stay with me, because this is going to change the way you see yourself. Let's start with something your body does automatically, without asking your permission. When your brain detects a threat, real or perceived, it activates your stress response system. You've probably heard of fight or flight. Your heart rate goes up, your muscles tense, your focus narrows. Your body is preparing to either fight something or run from it. But there's a third response that doesn't get talked about nearly enough. Freeze. When the threat feels too big to fight and too close to run from, the nervous system does something almost counterintuitive. It shuts down. It goes quiet. It conserves. This is a biological survival mechanism. It's the same reason a rabbit goes still when a hawk circles overhead. The body is not being lazy. The body is protecting itself. The problem is that for a lot of people, this response never fully turns off. Think about what chronic stress actually looks like in a human life. It's not always a dramatic event. It doesn't have to be a war or a disaster. It can be years of a household where emotions weren't safe to express. A childhood where you had to be good, be quiet, be small, to avoid someone's anger. A school where you were consistently made to feel not enough. A work environment that never let you rest. A relationship that kept you walking on eggshells. Your nervous system doesn't distinguish between a lion and an unpredictable parent. Both register as threat. Both activate the same survival circuitry. And when that circuitry stays activated long enough, it becomes your default setting. Your baseline stops being calm. Your baseline becomes braced, ready for something to go wrong. And when everything around you is technically fine, when there's no emergency, no crisis, your system doesn't know how to shift into rest mode, because it forgot what rest mode feels like. So when you sit down to work on something, and your body just won't move, that's not laziness. That's a nervous system that has been running on threat mode for so long that it no longer has the energy to push forward. It's not that you don't care. It's that the system underneath you is depleted. Here's where it gets interesting. The prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning, decision-making, motivation, starting tasks. It goes partially offline when your stress system is activated. Not metaphorically, literally. Blood flow and neural resources get redirected toward survival functions. This means that when you're chronically stressed or in a low-grade freeze response, the part of your brain you need to just sit down and do the thing is operating at reduced capacity. You're not choosing not to start. The neurological infrastructure for starting is genuinely impaired. You've been blaming yourself for a hardware problem. And the cruelest part is that the shame you feel about it, the self-criticism, the what is wrong with me loop, that shame is itself a stressor, which activates the survival response more, which further impairs the prefrontal cortex, which makes it harder to act, which creates more shame. It's a loop. And willpower alone cannot break it, because willpower lives in the exact part of the brain that goes offline first. So what does getting out of this actually look like? The first thing is this. You have to stop treating it like a motivation problem. Because it's not. Watching another productivity video, making another to-do list, telling yourself to just be disciplined. None of that reaches the nervous system. None of that signals safety to a brain that doesn't feel safe. What does signal safety is slower and less dramatic. It's physical. It's repetitive. It's consistent. Movement, not punishment exercise, but gentle, rhythmic movement. Walking, stretching, even rocking slightly, activates the parasympathetic nervous system. The rest and digest side. The side that says, we're okay, we're not in danger. Breath, specifically a long exhale, directly stimulates the vagus nerve, which is the express line to calming your stress response. 4 counts in, 6 counts out. That's not wellness fluff. That's applied neuroscience. And the hardest one, safety in relationship. Co-regulation, being around someone whose nervous system is calm, is one of the most powerful ways humans down-regulate stress. We are wired for it. If you've been isolating because you feel like a burden, that isolation is likely making the freeze response worse. Here's the thing I want you to sit with after this video ends. You have spent years believing a story about yourself. That you're lazy, that you lack discipline, that everyone else has something you don't. That story isn't just unkind, it's inaccurate. It misidentifies the problem entirely. And when you misidentify the problem, you keep applying the wrong solutions. You keep pushing harder at something that doesn't respond to pushing. Your nervous system learned to survive. It did exactly what it was designed to do in the environment it was given. That's not failure. That's adaptation. The work now isn't to force yourself into action through shame. The work is to slowly, consistently, teach your system that it's allowed to feel safe. That the threat is over. That you can put the armor down. That takes time. It takes patience. It takes treating yourself with a level of understanding you probably never received. But it starts with one thing: stopping calling yourself lazy.